Hello everyone, myself Neha Patel. I am a lecturer in Computer Engineering Department at VPMP Polytechnic. I welcome all of you to the first video lecture of Computer Programming subject of first semester Diploma in Computer Engineering. My today's session is about the introduction of the subject. The objective of today's video is to learn what is computer system, what is computer program, and we will also learn about the computer languages. After that, we will see the history of C language, use of C language, features of C language, and advantages of C language. Let's start with our first objective, that is what is computer system. So we can see that there are two main components of a computer system. First one is a hardware and second one is a software. So now I want to ask you students, what is hardware and what is software? Yes, as you people are taking admission in computer engineering, you must know that the components of computer are hardware and software, and the components which have mechanical parts, or we can say a component which we can touch or we can see, are known as the hardware components. Yes, and the components like system softwares or application softwares are known as the software. These components of a computer system, we cannot touch or see them, but we can use them. So, a computer system can also be defined as a programmable electronic device that can be programmed to accept some inputs in terms of data, then process this data as per the program instructions and provide the output in the desired format that can be used for some meaningful work. So student, we can say a computer system can be defined as a input, process and output of a data. The computer system first must be programmed to perform specific job on a computer. Further, the computer is a digital electronic machine. That means the computer can understand and execute instructions on in binary, which consists of only two numbers, that is 0 and 1. Right? So the binary code is referred as a machine code or machine language. So this is all about the computer system. We will see the languages of computer system in our next slides. Before that, let's see what is computer program. Yes, a computer program is a group of instructions written using a computer programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python and many more. The computer programs are written to perform specific tasks. Yes, for example, a computer program can be used to play music in your computer, or they can be used to play games and so on. Each program usually consists a number of program statements that is known as a instruction. Each program statement performs a specific task, and these tasks are written by the programmers in some programming language by following the syntax of a programming language. So each programming language have their own syntax. That means they have their own rules that defines a manner in which a computer program can be written. For example, here you can see a computer program written in some language, that is a C language. And there are some rules to use the variables, to print the data, to make arithmetic operations, etc. So by following those rules, we have written this C program. Friends, a programmer can choose any programming language of his choice depending upon the type of software application to be developed. That means we have to choose a programming language depending upon the requirement of the software to be developed. Now, in this diagram, you can see that programs are written in higher level languages like this one. They needs to be converted into a machine code that is known as a low level language, and machine code represents the particular instruction in a binary code, that is combination of 0 and 1 digit, that can be understood by the computer system easily, right? So now next we will see the different type of programming languages. Yes friends, so there are three major categories of computer languages that we can see from this diagram. First one is a lowest level of the language, that is machine language, or we can say a binary code language. It consists use of 1 and 0 digit and make an instruction, to represent an instruction. Then comes middle level language, that is known as a assembly language. Yes, assembly language uses mnemonics to create instructions. And at the high level languages, they use the language like human language. For example, English language. So COBOL, Fortran, C, C++, Java, these are the examples of high level programming languages. So friends, programming languages are generally classified as a high and low level languages. Higher level programming languages are human readable and lower level programming languages are machine readable. The computer programming languages are classified on the basis of the ease of readability of the language, program execution speed, and level of abstraction in the programming language. So, the computer programs are generally written in higher level programming languages like C, C++, and Java, which provides a high degree of abstraction and mask the complexity of a low level programming languages such as assembly language. Now let's see the programming language levels. Yes, from this figure we can see the levels and types of programming languages based on human readability, program execution speed, and language level. The high level programming languages are human readable forms, while the lowest level programming languages provide least abstraction. And because of that, it is relatively more difficult to read and write the program in low level languages. The program execution speed is higher for the programs written in a low level languages that we can see from this line, that if we go downward to this pyramid, then we can see the program execution speed gets higher, and if we go up in this level, then we can see the speed of execution goes lower. Same way, we can see the human readability. Yes, binary code and machine languages are complex for the human readability, but the C, C++ or Java code are easily human readable or human understandable. So as we go up, the human readability increases, and as we go down, the human readability decreases. So we can see that the binary codes that is read by hardware but they are not human readable are at the lowest level, and this is known as a machine code. That is a combination of, yes, zeros and ones. Then it comes a machine language which is represented in hexadecimal code. Yes, and that is read by the operating system. That means we can say machine codes are operating system specific codes. Then comes at its above level assembly languages. Yes, assembly languages are the first layer of the human readable code. We can say with respect to these hexadecimal or binary codes, the assembly language uses mnemonics, so they are more human understandable codes. Then comes at one step higher a middle level language, or we can say high or middle level language. So C and C++ are considered as a middle or high level programming languages, and most of the malware is written in C and C++. Yes. After that, at the highest level of the programming languages, we can see the scripting or interpreted languages. Yes, these are the highest level programming languages. Of course, C, C++, and Java, JavaScript, Python all are considered as the highest level of the programming languages in terms of the human readability. But we can see here that the JavaScript and Python and Perl, such kind of languages are interpreted languages or scripting languages. So they are at the highest level of the programming languages. So this is all about the overview of different level of programming languages. Now let's move towards the C language, and first of all we will see about the history of C language. Yes friends, this particular picture represents the history of C language. Yes. Now, as we can see from this diagram that from 1960s, yes, from the year 1960s, the evolution of programming languages already has been started. So, let's discuss. We can see that here particular ANSI C that has been invented in the year of 1989, but actually the invention of the C language has already been in the year of 1972 to 1989. Between this duration, C language becomes much more strong in terms of providing different features. So let's discuss. A C programming language is a structure-oriented programming language, and it was developed at Bell Laboratories by Dennis Ritchie. Yes, this is the name of a person who first invented C language. Okay, so Dennis Ritchie invented a C programming language which is known as a traditional C. That particular C language features were derived from the earlier language called B, that is B language. Here we can see from this diagram. In 1970, B language was invented by Ken Thompson, and some of the features of B language were derived in C language. So B is actually a higher version of BCPL, that is Basic Combined Programming Language, that is invented in 1967 by Martin Richards. So in earlier days, programs were written in assembly level languages. So it was very complex to write assembly language code to perform a small task even. But B language could perform the same task in few lines of the program, and it was faster than the assembly language code. But it did not support some features like data types and structures. So Dennis Ritchie developed the C language. And he kept most part of the B language as it is and added many features that produced powerful and effective output. So the C language was invented, initially it was invented for implementing the Unix operating system. Yes friends, most of the Unix components were written in C. The first use of C language is implementation of Unix operating system. After that, in 1978, Dennis Ritchie and Brian Kernighan, that is the Kernighan and Ritchie, that's why it is known as a KNRC. Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie first published its first edition of C programming language. That's why it is known as a KNRC. After that, in next version, American National Standard Institute ANSI committee provide a modern comprehensive definition of C. So the resulting definition, the ANSI standard or ANSI C, was declared later on in 1988 or 89. Yes, so that is the ANSI C which we are currently using in our subject. After that, C89 or C90 standards has come during the 1990s, and at the last C99 standard, the next revision that is published in 1999, that introduced some new features like advanced data types and other changes. So actually we can say this is the starting point of C language, right? And after that, by adding more and more new features, we have come to the next standardization committee level C language. So at the last we can say we have embedded C version of the C language, which includes the features that are not available in C language like fixed point arithmetics, named address spaces, and basic input-output hardware addressing. So this is all about the simple journey of C language. Yes. So friends, Let's see some facts about the C language that we already discussed in our previous slide, that in 1988 or in 1989, American National Standard Institute, ANSI, had formalized C language. Yes, that we just discussed in our previous slide. We also discussed that C was invented to write Unix operating system. Yes, its first use was to implement Unix operating system. C is a successor of Basic Combined Programming Language, that is BCPL, or which is known as a B language. Yes, we also discussed in a history of C. Like Unix, other operating systems, that is Linux OS, as well as PHP and MySQL are also written in C language. And one more fact, that is C has been written in assembly language. Yes, you should know about that. In which language the C language was actually implemented? So the answer is assembly language. C language is written in assembly language. So friends, these are some facts which you should know about the C language. Now let's see the use of C programming language. Yes, we already discussed some of the fact which shows that Unix and Linux operating systems are written in C language. Then PHP, MySQL, that is also developed in C language. So let's see which are the different possibilities that we can implement using C. So this is the list. We can say database systems, then language interpreters, compilers, assemblers, of course, operating systems, then network devices or drivers, and word processor. These applications can be developed with the use of C languages. Now let's see some more features of C language. C is a robust language with a rich set of built-in functions and operators. Yes, we can say C is a robust. Why robust? Because whatever functionality you want to implement, that can be implemented using the inbuilt functions and operators of the C language. That's why it is known as a robust language. Programs written in C are efficient and fast. Yes, friends. As we know, C is a human readable form, higher level programming language, and it is itself developed in assembly language. So it is efficient and fast to use C language. Then one more feature, that is C is highly portable. That means programs, once we write them in C language, that can be run on other machines, or we can say other computers, with minor or no modification. That means we can run a C program from one computer to another computer with so less changes or without any modification. So that's why it is known as a highly portable. Portable means we can take it from one place to another place, or we can run it, execute it on one machine and then take it to another machine, and also it is easily executable on that particular different machine also. So it is known as a highly portable. Then we can also say that C is a collection of library functions. Yes, it has its own library of different built-in functions that can be used to create our own user-defined functions, and also we can create some functions and add them to the C library, right? So this is the most useful feature of the C language, that we can create the function and add them to the C library. And that is the reason why we can say C is extensible. Yes, extensible means we can add more features to C language. That is why it can be considered as a extensible language. So these are the features which make it much more popular among learning the programming languages. Yes, it is the old one. Nowadays we are having so many options in programming languages, but whenever anyone start learning programming languages, then C is the best option. You can start learning the programming by C language because it provides a base to learn other programming languages. So we can say these are the features of C language. So, by knowing the history, by knowing the features, by knowing the use of C languages, we can identify some of the advantages of C language. Let's see the first one. C is the building block for many other programming language. Yes, friends, as just I discussed in my previous slide, C provides the basic fundamentals to learn different programming languages. So we can say C is a building block for many other programming languages. Then programs written in C are highly portable. Yes, we just discussed in our previous slides that we can run a C program from one to other machines before without changing or with less modification. So it is known as a highly portable. Then several standard functions like the built-in functions can be used to develop programs. Yes, C language provides a built-in function library and which supports to develop programs easily. Then C programs are collection of C library functions. Yes, and it is also easy to add functions. So it is also known as extensible. We can add our own functions to the C library. So that is also one more advantage. And the modular structure of the C language makes the code debugging, maintenance and testing easier. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep learning programming. Thank you.